Yeah, and our friend Epic Berserker says here, question, because Disney took over 20th Century catalog, but due to the big price tag and the pandy, can we see Chapek selling off 20th Century? I don't think so. I think that
Not for the hassle that they went through to get it. I really
right.
don't.
It was a big ordeal and it was a big ordeal to get it. Number one. Number two, a lot of the stuff that the Fox garnered for Disney is a huge boon for Disney. You know, a lot of the X-Men and Marvel stuff,
Simpsons,
the Simpsons, the Star Wars stuff that the rights were still kind of in limbo for certain I think the original trilogy, things like that.
Yeah.
They garnered a whole lot. Now, look, a lot of fans don't really notice how much of the Fox stuff has been incorporated into Disney, because a lot of fans don't really. They focus on the parks and they focus on like Disney Plus. But if you go to Hulu, log into Hulu, and there's a ton of Fox and FX stuff going on in there. Fox was a big deal for Disney. They're not going to sell. They're not going to sell Fox. They're not going. Now they might sell individual maybe IPs that they don't necessarily need that they got from Fox. You know, I don't know. That's a possibility. But in terms of,
I'm still waiting for Kevin McAllister to show up in the parks. I want to see.
It's going to happen. I'm telling you, I can feel it. I can feel it. It's going to happen.
That's going to be the expansion. They're going to have the giant house covered in snow with all lights, and that's for the holidays. And you have to walk through the house and don't get hit with the booby traps.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you can go to Walt Disney World and ask for directions in the Hall of Presidents. That'll be interesting. I think people know what I'm talking about. I won't go any further than that. But yeah, I don't see them. I don't see them getting rid of Fox. It's just they, like you said, they just poured way too much money from that. They've closed certain studios down. Everything has been to incorporate Fox more into Disney's business plan. You know, like you said, Hulu, great point. There's a lot of Fox stuff on there that creates value, especially for like the Disney bundle between Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus and stuff like that. It's folks, we're Fox is here to stay.
It's here to stay. Now there's been rumors of like Disney spinning off ESPN and things like that.
Yeah,
and you know that. While I think that is even unlikely, I think that that's more probable, or Disney kind of like, you know, selling ABC. Look, that's a possibility. Like ABC is sort of old media.
It is.
It's not sort of old media. It is old media. Mm-hmm. It's legacy media. It's not really with Disney Plus and all this other stuff and Hulu and all the streaming stuff. Does Disney need ABC anymore?
Well, it's even like what they did with ABC Family.
Right. I mean, ABC is sort of like, you know, the Eisner bought that in like the mid '90s when they wanted like an
television presence,
right? A television presence to have their shows and movies, but you don't need it anymore. You have your own platform, your own streaming. You have Disney Plus, you have Hulu, you have all these other avenues now. ABC is probably more likely. And I'm not saying, I just want everyone to know, I'm not saying I don't think Disney's going to sell ABC. I'm saying ABC is more likely to be sold off than the Fox IP, in my opinion. You know, there's less use for it.
I ABC and even ESPN, because ESPN, man, that's been draining money out of the company for a long time. Some of those contracts that they have with some of those sports leagues, it's killing them, and they still haven't.
That's why I want to go to Disney Springs to experience the NBA experience. You know,
exactly.
No.
Oh boy, the stories we could tell on that one. But, oh man, I wish I could reveal. But anyway, the ESPN kind of line of their business has just been, I mean, you look at some of those contracts and they have to pay billions of dollars to like the NFL and MLB for their kind of exclusive contracts and stuff, NBA. And it's just, it is kind of a drain on their business, and they still haven't, even years after the fact, they still haven't kind of wrangled that in. So yeah, I would foresee an ESPN or ABC as, you know, incalculable as that might be, over a 20th Century Fox for sure.